UFC Fight Night is going down in Des Moines, Iowa tomorrow. And yes, I said it right because I'm from the Midwest. I like the card, even though it's not very star-studded. I do believe we got some good fights. I'm very interested to see Bo Nickal against such a talented grappler. I put a bet on a big underdog. There's a couple fun things going on this card. Let's talk about it. We'll start from the bottom. Ivana Petrovic and Juliana Miller. Miller's green. You know what I mean by that? Because I've talked to people who don't know what I mean by that. When I say green, I'm talking about like young in the game, you know? Maybe everybody's like, yeah, Mike, we understand whatever idiot you talk to. Okay, fine. She's just not very developed. She's got some raw energy. She's got jujitsu. I mean, you can't underrate her jujitsu too much. She trains with Elimele McFarlane and Boogeyman Martinez, who's a, very high level Eddie Bravo black belt competitor. She trains at a team where they have a lot of good submission specialists. And I believe that, she's no slouch on the ground. Problem is, she's too young in the game and she makes dumb mistakes. And her striking, not good. So Ivana Petrovic is going to be the pick. I'm going to go with her. I think she's going to be able to outstrike her. I think she's going to be able to do fine on the ground because Petrovic can grapple as well. Petrovic's absolutely live here to get a finish as well. So I'm definitely not touching this fight at all. Under, over, bet on it. No. Juliana Miller 3-3 and young. So always getting better. You never really know when the next fight is going to be the one where they turn the corner. So I'll stay away. The pick is Ivana Petrovic. Dante O'Mays is taking on Thomas Petersen. I got Thomas Petersen because he can wrestle. Dante O'Mays, he can kind of strike. Nothing crazy. Jackson Wink fighter, trained with some solid coaches there. I got to train one day with the great and powerful Coach Wink. And we talked about some striking, and you could just see what a high striking IQ Coach Wink has. Don't bring up conspiracy theories around him. You're going to be there for a while. But striking wise, Coach Mike Wigglejohn's a genius. So I want to say he can give Dontel some weapons, right? The problem is Dontel cannot stay off of his back. If you put him in there with a big guy who could double leg him on the fence, that's all she wrote. And I think Thomas Petersen can do it. He could box a little bit too. Don't let the Shamil Gaziev KO completely write him off. I'm going to go with Thomas Petersen. I think he scores the decision here. Gaston, Bolaños, and Quang Bang Lee. I'm on the dog. I think Quang Bang Lee hits a lot harder than Gaston Bolaños. I think he's quicker to the mark. Double. Looks like he's in fast forward and Gaston Bolaños is going half speed. Gaston Bolaños, technical striker, sure. Everybody's on Gaston Bolaños. Jesus. Everybody's on Gaston Bolaños. People are betting on Gaston Bolaños. Yeah, he can wrestle a little bit. You could also take him down. He could do jiu-jitsu a little bit, enough to submit Quang, enough to submit like decent people. And yeah, his striking's fairly good, but it's not quick. And Bang Lee has a nice right hand and a big lead hook. He hits a lot harder. I think he's live for a finish. Quang Lee, knockout. But of course, being dog money, people don't have to chase the knockout. Marina Rodriguez and Gillian Robertson. Marina Rodriguez is good at Muay Thai. But like Dontel Mays, I don't know if she's ever been compared to Dontel Mays before. That might be a first. Like Dontel Mays, suffers from the takedown. And Gillian Robertson loves shooting takedowns. She does it all day. She had a turning point in her career where she just got so much better so fast. think she changed gyms. She went to like Texas. Am I wrong? What state? She changed gyms and she got good. So don't let the record fool you. Gillian Robertson, 15-8. Marina Rodriguez, 17-5. Marina's fought very good competition. Better than Gillian's. But I think she's getting taken down. Gillian Robertson, and she's good at jiu-jitsu too. So Robertson working from the top position. Robertson threatening with submissions. I mean, here's another girl fight that could not go long. I'll say Gillian Robertson decision. But, Gillian Robertson's got some jits, even though she's fighting a Brazilian. Next fight, we're going up to Ryan Loder versus Azamat Bekoev. Ryan Loder's a good American wrestler, but that's about it. He's green like Miller. Juliana Miller. He was good on The Ultimate Fighter, but boring. He got better with his submissions, you can see, but the striking is not quite there, and he's fighting a fucking explosive wrestler. Azamat Bekoev, nasty ground and pound. People keep talking about 100 men versus one gorilla. Bekoev ground and pounds like he's a fucking gorilla. He gets people out of there. If he's on top of Loder, it's probably a wrap. If he's striking for long periods of time with Loder, it's probably a wrap. Loder has to get to top position here. He has to prove he's a better wrestler. I wouldn't bet on it. I'm going Azamat Bekoev. That's the pick. Yana Santos versus Miesha Tate. I'm going to go with Miesha Tate. I think Miesha Tate could take her down. Now, I know there are some confident people on Yana Santos. I hear you. Miesha Tate's rusty, old. But Yana Santos is not any better than the competition Miesha Tate's used to. Miesha Tate's got better wrestling and submission grappling than her. And I've heard people, Miesha Tate's a terrible striker. Terrible? Chill. Miesha Tate could kickbox, man. Especially as her career went on. She learned how to throw punches and kicks. So I think it's probably a close fight. Very likely going long. I'm going to go Miesha Tate. You're not crazy if you're going Yana Santos. I ain't trying to talk you out of it. If Miesha Tate really is just that much past her prime, but against Yana Santos, I could see her getting 2 out of 3 rounds. Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens versus Mason Jones. Oh, you're wondering why I have a BKFC shirt on right now? Is that showing up in the camera? Let me see. Yeah. Boom. You're wondering why? It's because Lil Heathen is back to raise hell. I got Jeremy Stevens. But Mason Jones has been doing great in Cage Warriors. Okay? Jeremy Stevens been knocking out Eddie Alvarez. Eddie's old. That's a different sport. Brother, you bang with Jeremy Stevens, you could easily pay the price. Look at who he was losing to in the UFC. He is at least gatekeeper level. Come on. Is Mason Jones some fucking title challenger? Mason Jones could take him down. His grappling's not outstanding. It's better than Jeremy's a little bit. Yeah. But I think when he exchanges with Stevens, he's eating shots, man. And I think Stevens could stuff some of these takedowns. And he's a Des Moines boy. He's Des Moines in Des Moines. Get it? The man? No, that didn't work. Jeremy Stevens via TKO. And I know that's crazy because he's like a 4.5 to 1 dog or whatever. That's fine. Mason Jones can, of course, win the fight. The pathway for him is to grapple, get Jeremy Stevens a bit tired, walk him down. 3rd round, he's got those hands high when he blocks, keep working. The way Stevens throws, the way he's been learning things in BKFC, I think he could throw through blocks. I don't think that's the best way to fight him. I think it's range and timing. It's not necessarily walking him down and blocking shit. I think a couple shots are going to get through. I think Jones, it might be too likely to bang with him. So that's what I think. Jeremy Stevens knockout. Cameron Smotherman versus Serhiy Sidey. I'm going to go with Cameron Smotherman. Serhiy Sidey, tall kickboxer, but Serhiy Sidey looked great against Jake Hadley. Young in the game, but, coming in the UFC and winning, especially on short notice, is no joke. I do think he's got a more well-rounded game. Serhiy Sidey can't be squeaking by split decisions all the time. I think Cameron Smotherman can get this thing done, even though he's a young kid. All right. Maybe in the grappling department, maybe he drags Sidey down a little bit. And even in the feet, it's probably competitive. It's probably a good fight. Serhiy Sidey, he can make it close, but I'm going to go Cameron Smotherman. Decision. Montel, Quick Jackson, and Daniel Marcos. Daniel Marcos has clean technical kickboxing. I like his leg kicks. I like his kicks in general. His output, it's one I sat on a little bit, but I believe Montel Jackson's got more power, better wrestling, just more ways to win this fight. I think if Daniel Marcos wins, it's because he ekes out 2 out of 3 rounds, kicking, staying active, right? I think Montel Jackson's able to get a couple takedowns here, and even if he doesn't, hits him with big shots, does more damage. I think Montel Jackson's real good, man. Montel Jackson's a real test for Daniel Marcos. Cool fight. I definitely like the fight. I'm going to go Jackson. Santiago Ponzinibbio and Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. I'm going Ponzi. Daniel Rodriguez didn't look healthy at weigh-ins. Maybe I should switch that up. He could be healthy, but he didn't look like he had a fun weight cut. How about that? Okay. Looks like it's been tough for him. I know somebody who trains with him. They didn't tell me they didn't pick him to win. That was interesting when I was talking to him. They didn't go, he's going to win. I don't know what type of injuries he's got or what. I don't know. But Santiago Ponzinibbio is a solid opponent for him. D-Rod could knock Santiago Ponzinibbio out. That is possible. His kickboxing's good, but so is Ponzi's. Ponzi's seen some great competition. I do believe that he can, get the better of this fight, especially as it goes on. Wear on D-Rod if DR did have a tough weight cut. I could see Ponzinibbio beating him up on the feet, and then the grappling. I'm going to lean Ponzinibbio. So Santiago Ponzinibbio over D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez, although it's all love to D-Rod. He likes to come by the UFC gyms. I see him at UFC Gym Rosemead, UFC Gym Huntington Beach. I don't mean to be, I got to pick with this, not this. Okay. Reiner de Ridder versus Bo Nickal. I'm going to go Bo Nickal. Reiner de Ridder's good. His reverse triangle, his chokes, fucking choke GM3. GM3 was tapping, y'all. That's noticeable, right? That's uncommon. He's very good. He's big. I always thought Bo Nickal was a big, big guy for the division, but Reiner de Ridder, how tall? Let me see. 6'4". Fucking A. A 6'4" middleweight, and he's fucking got a chest on him too. 6'1". Neither of them are small, but as far as the middleweight division goes, Reiner de Ridder is about as big as you can get. He's coming off of some key victories. I called it over Kevin Holland. A lot of you were against me. Don't lie. Who'd you have? Had Reiner de Ridder over Gerald Meerschaert. I've been picking him, man. I've been picking the guy, and he's been delivering. But now he's up against the best wrestler in the UFC. Hamzat looks like it when you watch him fight, but credential-wise, yeah, Bo Nickal should be the best, right? His striking's okay, but the problem for de Ridder is that he's not outstanding at striking, right? He can't rely on out kickboxing Bo Nickal. He can hope to make it close, but Bo Nickal's got power, and we've seen he can move along a decision too. Not that the Paul Craig fight was fun to watch, but de Ridder thrives off of being able to get grappling going where he can strangle you. with his legs or his arms. I think he's going to be hard pressed to do that to Bo Nickal. I think in a submission grappling match, Reiner de Ridder still is hard pressed to tap Bo Nickal. It'll still be tough. In an MMA fight, I don't think he's doing it. I think Bo Nickal can defend takedowns and kickbox and eke out a decision. He could potentially land a big shot and TKO Reiner de Ridder. Club and sub is even live. I mean, if he can really land something big and hurt Reiner. But if he's wrestling the whole time, I could see him get into a decision too. I see Bo Nickal winning this fight the majority of the roles. So I'm going to go with Bo Nickal here. Fun one. Definitely a step up in competition for Bo. Reiner de Ridder's pretty good. The main event of the evening, Mr. Sandhagen versus Figgy. I'm going to go with Sandhagen. He's a half a foot taller. He's there. He's ready for business. I heard Captain Eric Albertson calling out at weigh-ins. I know he's ready to help his boy Figgy. I know. Heard him calling out for Ponzi too. I don't know if he's been working with Ponzi or not. I really don't. But I know he's been working with Figgy. So I know Figgy's wrestling is better than ever. At this weight, man, I think he's going to have trouble taking down Cory Sandhagen. Cory Sandhagen, 5'11", right? A real big bantamweight against one of the smallest bantamweights in the division. A guy who moved up. So I think he has trouble here. Cory Sandhagen's beaten Yadong Song, Chito, Rob Font before the Umar Nurmagomedov loss, where he did get out wrestled. But Deiveson Figueiredo's wrestling is a newer wrinkle to his game. It's not like he's some fantastic wrestler. So I think he's going to have trouble at least implementing it. And then on the feet, you're going to have to strike in that green zone with Sandhagen. I feel like Sandhagen's better there. 5'11" versus 5'5". Bruh. That's a problem if you want to strike at range. That's a problem. I'm going to go with Cory Sandhagen. All right. One more time for my people in the back. I'm going Cory Sandhagen. I'm going Bo Nickal. I'm going Santiago Ponzinibbio. I'm going with Montel Quick Jackson. Give me Cameron Smotherman. Jeremy Stevens. Don't you hate on me if my 4.5-1 underdog doesn't make it. But, hey, I think that fight's closer to 50-50 than y'all do. That's all I'm saying. Come on, Jeremy. As I sit here in a BKFC shirt, acting like I'm not rooting for Jeremy Stevens. Miesha Tate over Yana Santos. I don't care if she comes in there with crutches. Azamat Bekoev over Ryan. That was an old person joke, not a she's injured joke. Azamat Bekoev over Ryan, Loder, Gillian, Robertson. Give me Quang Bang Lee, Thomas Petersen, and I'll go Ivana Petrovic. Those are my full card predictions for UFC Fight Night Des Moines. All right, let's do this. Finch, man, we need a 15-second shadow box. Thank you very much, Mr. Cass, for the $2. I don't know about 15 seconds, but I got you. You ready? I've been working on some combos today, right? So we've been working slip. So jab, slip, right? And then ripping off the side like Teddy Atlas likes to come up with the uppercut. So I was noticing that. And then same thing, cross, slip on this side, find the uppercut there. And if you watch those Teddy Atlas videos, he's like, pretend like there's a low ceiling, right? Rotate on a dime when you got those uppercuts going, okay? And then I'm a little gassed up to throw some left hooks because Rolly just beat Garcia. He beat the king. Holy shit. Yeah. Got a decision. Do you guys care about that? You guys care about boxing? Do you? He was getting in there. Whop, he ripped that body. And boom, he came upstairs and smacked Ryan Garcia in the face. And Ryan Garcia went down. And from there on out, Ryan Garcia, too much on defense. Not putting enough pressure on Rolly. Letting Rolly kind of do his thing. He's not the best technician, but homie could punch, man. Finch, oh my God, was Ryan Garcia TKO in your parlay too? What? No, did not bet on boxing. Last fight in boxing I bet on would be the it got canceled, the heavyweight fight, Parker. Yes, that'd be the last one so I got my money returned. The previous one would be Usyk and Fury 2. And I bet on Usyk, even though I'm a big Tyson Fury fan. Got to bet with your head. Educate me, Mike. I got you, Cory. What up, Santos? Looking forward to your thoughts on Jeremy Stephens, who implements fundamental patterns. Dude, Jeremy Stephens can brawl with anybody. Okay, you better take him down and get him tired. Ryan Garcia tricked everyone because he was on steroids last fight. I don't know. Apparently he pissed hot, huh? That's crazy. Doesn't look like he's on steroids. I think Bo is going to make excuses on why he loses. Well, he'll have to lose first, and I don't think he will. Love the picks, bro. Thank you, Strain Hunters. Please send in more super chats, gang. Thank you, Dixon. Finch, please give us your 3 fights most likely to end in split decision. Just ends in split decision. Yeah, I mentioned a couple of those. Serhiy City loves being in a split decision. Yeah, Serhiy City loves it. Yana Santos and Miesha Tate's up there too. Yeah. Let's go Serhiy City, Cameron Smotherman, and Yana Santos, Miesha Tate. The 2 split decisions of the night. Finch is built like RDR and Elon. What the fuck? Elon up here, RDR down here, bro. Come on. Gillian and Bo Lay would be like minus 200. Huh? Gonna parlay them. It's way past your bedtime. Thank you for staying up. Appreciate you. Fuck it, you know? Let's go. Holla at your boy watching from Massachusetts. What's up, Massachusetts? What up? Boston's pretty cool. Benjamin Franklin's pretty cool. Isn't that his grave there? I've been there once. Shout out to Massachusetts. Peruvians don't get knocked out. I don't know, bro. When Mason Jones will do to Little Heathen will be spoken of by generations. Jesus. I don't think any outcome in this fight. I don't think any outcome on this entire fight night will be spoken about for generations. Phil Davis. Yeah. So, yeah. Phil Davis looked good. Phil Davis fucking destroyed over at PFL. Everybody was saying Rob Wilkinson on the feed, and you could hear the commentary during that fight. They're like, oh, Phil Davis, I know he's trying to set up a takedown. That's why he's putting that arm out there. They don't believe in his striking at all at 40. Yeah. Phil Davis knocks Wilkinson out. Then spit all over the camera. That was nasty as fuck, Phil. We'll try to get Phil on. Huh? Phil's my boy. Try to get him on. I don't think he's on steroids, bro. Miesha Tate is too old for me. I can never put Brad on her, Finch. Yeah, I didn't tell you to, dog. Ryan ain't no king anymore. Ryan wasn't throwing anything. Dude, he got hurt. You know what it's like to eat a left hook to the face? He got fucking hurt. Which ones are you most confident in? Oh, wait, to finish? What was that? Which ones are you most confident to end by finish? Interesting. Ponzi and D-Rod could easily end by finish. Ponzi and D-Rod. Probably the most likely to end. Yeah. One of these girl fights is going to finish for sure. Yeah, Jeremy Stephens is the man. One more time for the people in the back. Yeah, I know. I know you guys love it. I got to get a shirt, huh? One more time for the people in the back. It's like, doesn't even make sense because like you guys are behind your phone right now. You're not even in the back. No stage audience. But here's something I can give you. My most confident, since I already went through the entire card twice. Most confident. Oh shit! Wait, wrong week. Most confident, Cory Sandhagen, Bo Nickal, Azamat Bekoev, Gillian Robertson, and Thomas Petersen. Those are the 5 I picked as my most confident. I got a couple confident other ones, though. All right, it's UFC Fight Night going down in Des Moines, Iowa. Don't say it wrong. Enjoy the fights. Not a star-studded fight card, but one where I think we'll get a couple nice finishes, a couple nice fights. Really interested to see Bo Nickal put through this test. I hope you enjoy the fist fights. If you want to bet with me, DM at mikefinchshow on Instagram. We'll get you in, and I'll give you my most confident bets. I've already bet on a heavy underdog. I got a couple nice bets up here, confident in my parlays this week. Check that out over on a premium channel. DM at mikefinchshow on Instagram. The free channel keeps on eating. You for sure need to get in there. Click the link in the description of this video. It's on Telegram. Until next time, everybody, it's peace and love.